police in KwaZulu-Natal have been conducting another raid, this time in Kwa-Sithebe, an industrial hub in Mandeni. Reports suggest several businesses in the area have hired undocumented foreign migrants. SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makhanya is following that story.
A multidisciplinary operation has been conducted here in the area of Kwa-Sithebe, which is in Mandeni, north of KwaZulu-Natal, where the police as well as local security agencies conducted various operations, including a raid in many of the businesses that are operating in this particular area. But to talk to us more about what has been discovered here, I'm joined by the KwaZulu-Natal Premier, that is Mr. Thami Ntuli, who's going to explain to us about this particular operation. Mpemba, thank you so much for your time. Why the need for the provincial government to embark on this particular operation?
Well, it's a crime-fighting program in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, which we started by calling a summit to look at the strategies and the plan to fight crime. As part of the strategies, we agreed that we will be conducting operations. Hence, you'll recall that last week we were in Durban for illegal occupants to the buildings, and then today we're visiting factories with the purpose of ensuring that there are no criminal activities taking place in those areas. And also because we learned when we visited the illegal occupants to the buildings that they were undocumented, a number of undocumented foreign nationals. And also for the factories, we got the backyard information that a lot of undocumented foreign nationals are employed with the purpose of paying them peanuts at the expense of the local people of the province of KwaZulu-Natal who are unemployed. And we want to address that. We have taken a decision that in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, any illegal activity that seeks to threaten the job opportunities for the people of KwaZulu-Natal and even the growth of our economy in a proper way will address it. That is why we are here today with the police, with the Department of Home Affairs, and with the Department of Labor, and also the Community Safety and Liaison Department.
How many arrests were effected today as a result of this operation? And secondly, are you not concerned about what some may call xenophobic stance that you are taking as the provincial government if you are going after these illegal undocumented foreign nationals?
Not at all, because we're not actually saying for those who are foreign nationals in the province, they don't have to be here. Those who are having legal documents, who are here legally, we don't have a problem with that. But we are saying to those who are here illegally, who do not have documents, they must go back to their countries and get proper documents so that their being here will be in fact legal. Number two, our main agenda is not to target undocumented foreign nationals, but is to deal with crime. Anyone who commits crime in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, decisively, the government and the police will be actually correcting that, as you have actually seen. For today, the police arrested the owner of one of the factories and 3 undocumented foreign nationals. But we got the information from the workers that there are many. In fact, unfortunately, that were coming here today leaked. As a result, they were made to leave before 5 a.m. That is what the workers were telling us in one of the factories here in Mandeni. And we will be continuing to other areas, not only for the factories, not only for the businesses, but even for criminal activities to ensure that we deal decisively. You'll recall the issue of the extortionist, which has been decisively dealt with by the police, whom we are commending. The work of the police as led by Lieutenant General Nkwanas in the province. I think they've set a tone for all the provinces, because we are now seeing visible work even in other provinces. But we commend the police of KwaZulu-Natal for working collaboratively with other departments, including with our government, to ensure that we fight crime while calling the people of KwaZulu-Natal to join the police in reporting criminal activities, and even in playing their role, ensuring that we fight crime in our province.
Before we let you go, Mpemba, many of the businesses who operate here were indeed affected by the July unrest in 2021, having to close down. Many of them are still not operational. What is being done from the province of KwaZulu-Natal to ensure that the economy of this area is resuscitated and many of the businesses that have closed down are operational again?
Actually, the MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Zondi, came here a long time ago. Hence, after appointing the MECs, I said every MEC must hit the ground running, and that's what he demonstrated quite very well. And today, I'm going to have a meeting with the purpose of discussing that with the business people, with Amakos in the area, with the leadership of the area, with the potential of finding some interventions by business people to ensure that we resuscitate the economy. We recently had a meeting with a delegation from China, wherein we were discussing how they changed their situation from what we are faced with today. And I will be recently going to visit one of the presidents in China, so that we were able to attract investors to come and invest in our province. I will be going to even in other places to ensure that we find some cooperation in addressing the issues of inclusive economic growth in the province.
Speaking of that, Mpemba, the workers that we spoke to, at least off the record, told us that some of them are being paid peanuts. They are having to work overtime and not claim that particular overtime. How are you going to ensure that as you invite these investors to come and open their businesses here, but you also put in place proper sort of guidance to ensure that ordinary people who work in these factories are not exploited?
I've said I'm going to put up a team who will analyze the information from the Department of Labor, whether there is a need of making a call either to the national minister, which is dealing with the labor issues, so that matters are addressed, because compliance is an order of the day. All businesses must comply in terms of the minimum wage, in terms of the hours, in terms of the basic conditions of employment. They must comply. And then I will be putting up a team. When I go back to the office, I've said that I've made that commitment that for the legal information we received today, we will be doing something to ensure that we address those issues.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
That's the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Thami Ntuli.